Before we begin, take a moment to breathe. If you find value in stories that blend human emotion with timeless wisdom, consider subscribing to the channel. Your presence here supports mindful content in a noisy world. Now let us enter the story. The rain pounded the windows of Emma's downtown apartment, a restless drumbeat that echoed her growing unease. She stood in the dim kitchen, clutching a glass of red wine, its bitter tang mirroring her mood. Her husband, Liam, sat across the room, his face lit by the cold glow of his laptop. Another late night. Another missed dinner. "You're never here anymore," Emma said, her voice sharp but trembling with hurt. Liam barely looked up, his fingers still tapping. "This project is killing me, Em. You know that." His words were weary, not cruel, but they cut deeper than any argument. Emma turned away, staring at the rain-slicked city beyond the glass, feeling the weight of their distance settle like a stone in her chest. Across town, in a sleek office tower piercing the city skyline, Sophia sipped her coffee, her eyes narrowing as she scrolled through Emma's latest presentation. Emma, the marketing team's golden girl, always one step ahead, always stealing the spotlight. Sophia's lips curled into a smirk. Not for long. Her envy had festered for months, rooted in a childhood of being overlooked, always second best. Now she had a plan, nothing overt. Just a few well-placed whispers, a carefully timed text. She typed to an unlisted number. "Make sure it looks real. He can't suspect." Her finger hovered over the send button, a thrill of control coursing through her. Emma's phone buzzed on the kitchen counter, slicing through the silence. A notification from Liam's phone, sensed to their shared cloud. A text. "Miss you tonight. Can't wait to see you." No name, just a number. Her stomach churned, a cold dread spreading. She stormed into the living room, shoving the phone in Liam's face. "Who is this?" she demanded, her voice cracking. Liam frowned, his brow furrowing in confusion. "I don't know, Em. Probably spam." But his hesitation, the fleeting flicker in his eyes, planted a seed of doubt. The fight that followed was raw. Emma's accusations of betrayal met Liam's denials, each word escalating until tears streamed down her face. The door slammed as Liam grabbed his jacket and left, the rain swallowing his footsteps. The next morning, Emma sought solace with Noah, her childhood friend turned therapist. They met at a cozy cafe, its soft jazz and overgrown plants, a fragile shield against her turmoil. Noah listened, his warm brown eyes steady as she poured out her pain. "Liam's hiding something," she said, her voice trembling with betrayal. Noah reached for her hand, his touch lingering a moment too long. "You deserve better, Emma," he said softly, his voice laced with something more than friendship. Emma pulled back, but not before a dangerous spark flickered, a mix of comfort and temptation that scared her. Noah's gaze held hers, and for a moment she wondered if he'd always felt this way. At work, Sophia played her part with chilling precision. In the break room, she dropped a casual comment. "I saw Liam at that bar last week. Looked pretty cozy with someone." Her tone was sympathetic, but her eyes gleamed with malice. During a team meeting, she cast a knowing glance at Emma, who felt the weight of every stare. The rumors spread like wildfire, each whisper chipping away at Emma's confidence. Her pitches faltered, her focus shattered, and Sophia seized the moment, dazzling clients with her charm. By the end of the week, Sophia was in line for the promotion Emma had poured months of sleepless nights into. The breaking point came at the company gala, a glittering affair in a chandelier-lit ballroom. Emma, raw from another fight with Liam, arrived with Noah, his arm around her, feeling like both a shield and a betrayal. Across the room, Sophia watched, her smug smile hidden behind a champagne flute. Then she struck. Approaching Emma with feigned concern, she leaned in and whispered, "You should ask Noah about his late-night calls to you. Friends don't keep secrets, do they?" The words landed like a blade, sowing doubt about Noah's intentions. Emma's heart raced. Was Noah's support genuine, or was he crossing lines? She stepped away from him, her mind a storm of mistrust, replaying every conversation, every touch. The crowd's murmurs grew louder, their eyes darting between her and Noah. Liam, working late at his office, saw the gala photos online. Emma, laughing, Noah's hand on her waist. His heart pounded as he sped to the venue, rain blurring his windshield. He burst into the ballroom, confronting Emma in front of everyone. "Is this what we are now?" he shouted, his voice raw with hurt. Emma fired back, "You tell me, Liam. Who's been texting you? And Noah, what's he hiding?" Noah tried to explain, his voice lost in the chaos, but Emma turned away, tears stinging her eyes. The room fell silent, the air thick with their pain, as colleagues whispered and Sophia slipped into the shadows, her plan unfolding perfectly. Let us pause here, step back from the storm, and turn to the wisdom of the Buddha. Karma teaches that every action plants a seed, ripening into consequences across time. Emma's mistrust, Liam's neglect, Sophia's envy, Noah's blurred boundaries. These are threads in a karmic tapestry, woven from attachment and unawareness. Attachment to an ideal marriage, to success, to validation fuels their suffering. The Buddha spoke of impermanence anicca, reminding us that all things change, from relationships to emotions. Clinging to what was or what we wish for creates pain. Yet, compassion can break this cycle. Consider, what attachments drive your conflicts? Are you reacting to truth or to illusion? Try this. Sit for a moment, close your eyes and focus on your breath. Notice the rise and fall, the fleeting nature of each thought. This is impermanence. This is freedom. This wisdom invites us to see beyond the surface. Emma's pain stems from clinging to an image of a perfect marriage, ignoring its cracks. Sophia's envy reflects her own unhealed wounds, a childhood of being unseen driving her to sabotage. Liam's distraction and Noah's overstepping show how unawareness sows discord. The Buddhist path of mindfulness, sati, offers a way out. By observing our thoughts without judgment, we can choose compassion over blame. Imagine sitting with someone who hurt you, not to accuse, but to understand their pain. This is the seed of healing, planted in the present, ripening into peace. Back in the story, Emma sought refuge. She drove to a mindfulness retreat, a quiet haven nestled in the hills, desperate for clarity. Under the guidance of a gentle teacher, she meditated on her anger, her fear, her longing. She saw how her mistrust grew from seeds of insecurity, how Sophia's actions mirrored her own inner doubts. Liam, meanwhile, confronted Sophia at work. A slip in her story, a traced number, and the truth unraveled. Sophia had sent the texts, orchestrating chaos to steal the promotion. Liam went to Emma, not with accusations, but with vulnerability. "I wasn't there," he said, his voice breaking. "I let you feel alone." Noah, too, stepped back, admitting his feelings had clouded his judgment. He explained his late-night calls were born of concern, not deceit, and promised to respect her boundaries. Emma and Liam began rebuilding, not with grand gestures, but with small, honest steps. They sat together one evening, rain no longer falling, and really talked for the first time in months. Emma shared her fears, Liam his regrets. They enrolled in a mindfulness course together, learning to listen without judgment, to be present. Emma also reached out to Sophia, not with anger, but with a quiet wish for her to find peace. She saw Sophia's envy as a cry for validation, a mirror of her own struggles. This act of compassion freed Emma from resentment, allowing her to focus on healing her marriage. Sophia faced demotion, her schemes exposed, but Emma chose not to gloat, seeing the karmic cycle at play. Months later, Emma and Liam were still learning, still imperfect, but stronger. They laughed more, touched more, and faced each moment with intention, knowing love is not a destination, but a practice. From this, we draw 3 ways to heal tangled relationships. First, practice the mindful pause. Before reacting to hurt or betrayal, take 5 minutes to breathe deeply, observing emotions without judgment. Feel the impermanence of your anger. Let it pass like a cloud. Second, try compassionate inquiry. Reflect on the other person's suffering. Ask, what pain drives their actions? Write a letter not to send, but to release, expressing understanding. Third, embrace karmic release. Identify one attachment needing to be right, seeking approval, and let it go. Journal about it or donate something symbolic like an old keepsake to mark the shift. These steps are not grand, but they are powerful. They ask us to face our pain, see others' humanity, and loosen our grip on what binds us. Emma and Liam are learning this, one breath at a time. So can you. The rain has stopped, and sunlight breaks through the clouds, a reminder that clarity often follows the storm. What seeds will you plant today? If this story touched something within you, share it with someone who may need it too. Subscribe for more narratives where ancient wisdom meets the struggles of modern life. And remember, sometimes the greatest clarity comes after we lose everything we thought mattered.